Marty, I really appreciate you waking up early with us this morning, and I know there's a lot of excitement surrounding the Burlsworth Football Camps. For all our listeners out there, not just in the ESPN 104.3 area, just kind of share some information as we get closer and closer to them.
Yeah, that's right, guys, and thanks for having me on. But this is we're back to I guess you could say normal as possible this year with the Brandon Burlsworth Football Camps that have been going on since the year 2000. We had our camps virtually last year, so that was a little different. That was definitely a learning experience. They did go very well received. But now we're back to our traditional football camps. So for dates, they are June 4th in Harrison at FS Garrison Stadium and June 5th in Little Rock at War Memorial. And we'll have a lot of former Razorback players on hand. Coach Tommy Tice, Harrison coach Joe Wells helping out. Coach Tice runs the camp, so we're looking forward to trying to get back to normal this year, and I know our pre-registration numbers are way up, so I think everyone else is in lockstep with us. They're wanting to get back out there and have these football camps again.
Yeah, and it's open to students entering 3rd through 9th grade this year. And Marty, I think what you just mentioned, going back to normalcy a little bit, and virtually last year, now this year, there are a lot of people that are just ready to have normal high school sports again, normal college sports again. How much of an appetite have you seen from young men and just getting ready for just high school football and junior high football this season?
Oh yeah, I mean, and our coaches too. Our high school coaches, not only in the state but around the country. Since we work with a lot of these coaches with an award, our Burlsworth Character Award. So I know the students and coaches, everyone is, and the fans and parents. I mean, everyone's last year was just so odd, as we all know, that everyone's excited to get back on the field. Hopefully, have the stands full without any limitations, and just get back to normal.
One of the fun things for this camp, and that's what the camp is supposed to be. First of all, for these youngsters, is fun. They get to see some of the guys they grew up watching, some of the Razorback greats of all time. You mentioned Coach Tice runs the camp. You guys do a great job of bringing in some household names that are going to be part of the interaction and the instruction with these kids. Yeah,
we do it. Thanks, Tommy. Yeah, I mean, year in, year out, we have guys that are there every year. Of course, it's a challenge at times for everyone to be there. But like Ron Calcagney, one of my childhood heroes, and Jodine Davenport, Anthony Lucas, Grant Garrett, Chad Abernathy. These are names that are there every year. But and then we've got some younger guys coming in with we're not exactly, we don't have everyone locked in right now, but we're working on that. But we'll have a very good group, and all these guys, one thing they've got in common is they're givers. They love to give back, and they love teaching the game of football to kids. Can't help but imagine when all those guys, and some of them, many of them played with Brandon in that time, some great stories about his life and his character and who he was. I'm sure just some of the fun moments that they all shared with Brandon have to be passed around and shared during these camps. Oh yeah, it's a reunion. It's like a reunion every summer. Either the weekend after Memorial Day, every summer these camps take place, and yeah, we certainly get to hear a lot of stories. And then guys, one of the most important things of these camps is like any camp, we have breaks. Come out of the drills, everybody sit down, rest up a little bit, get a drink, and then we'll have one of our former Razorback players just give a short 4 or 5 minute talk to the campers, and that's we say it's football. The camps are football and so much more, and that's, to me, that's one of the most important aspects, is them giving really good life lessons to these kids about doing the right thing, taking care of your schoolwork, and how important that is in order to be able to continue to play athletics, is get your grades and work hard, and they'll talk about some of their own life experiences, but they also share Brandon's life experiences with these campers too. So it's always good, and you just love hearing the stories. You love hearing what they share, with our campers.
Marty Burlsworth with us here on the Morning Rush. Now, Marty, a lot of people were under the impression that Grant Morgan was going to win the Burlsworth Trophy. I know he made it as a finalist this year. You think about him coming back and having the success he did this past season. How likely is it that he ends up as a finalist once again and potentially takes home the Burlsworth Trophy this year?
Boy, I mean, I think we know the whole state was pulling for Grant last year. I have to be one thing is I do not have a vote, and this year kind of wish I did, this last year, but I'm sure hoping Grant has another great season. I think he's going to. He has another season like that I don't know how you would ever keep him out of the finalists, and hopefully this year he'll take that big hardware home. But being able to be a finalist is an incredible thing for these guys, because that comes out of the nation, and and just because he's from Arkansas, that it's equal for everyone. Yeah. Our committees, we've got a lot of Arkansas people on our committee, but they're from all over the country. But I would love to see Grant get right back in there and pull it down this year.
Yeah, while it was disappointing not to see Grant win, I think it did show some of the integrity of the process your committee goes through to select the winner, because the easy call would have been Grant Morgan. He certainly was worthy of that. So,
Oh, yeah. I mean, and I know the vote was incredible. I mean, it's always close, but it was really, really close this year. But the votes are the votes, and you're right, Tommy. I mean, it's just there's no when you say home cooking, there can't be. This is college football award. This has got to be done the right way, and it always will be.
Why didn't you cheat? You're the one that opened the envelope. You could have just said Grant Morgan and Steve Harvey this thing, and no one would have known, man.
Exactly. There you go.
I mean, it was up to you. You say you don't have a vote, but you're the one opening the envelope and reading the results.
I haven't thought of that. That's true. I haven't thought of that.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh.
That's why you need to consult with me on these matters.
I do, Tommy. I need to give it to you before these things go down so we can get it right. That's exactly right.
All right, so let's go over the camp dates again. I know we've got some dads listening. Maybe got some kids in the car that are on their way to school early this morning. How do they get signed up for the Brandon Burlsworth football camps that are coming up in Harrison and Little Rock?
The easiest way to sign up would be to go to BrandonBurlsworth.org. Football camp logo's prominent on the website right now, and click to that. It'll take you to online registration. It's just $35 a camper. If it's our camp deadline now, our pre-registration deadline is this Friday, the 28th. You can register after that, but the fee will go up to $45. Regardless if you register this week or next, we would ask that it'll help us out in the office to have everything ready for your camper, correct T-shirt size, have their name printed on the certificate, if you'll go ahead and pre-register. But for June 4th in Harrison and June 5th in Little Rock, you can sign up at BrandonBurlsworth.org.
And I want to point out real quick before you go, Marty, the revenues and the funds from these camps go to help run the mission of the foundation. The money doesn't get poured back into guys coming to the camp and teaching and all that. The money goes back to the Eyes of a Champion cause.
Exactly, yeah, and are the Burls kids and other things. Mm-hmm. Our camps really, they're not a big money maker for us. It's more of us giving back. If we make a little revenue off of it, naturally, that's our preference, because then we can pour it back into Eyes of a Champion for our eye care program, or the Burls kids getting children to Razorback or Colts games and learning some life lessons there. But yeah, there's it's all volunteer from everyone. All our Razorback players, everyone volunteers their time, and so it's a big giving weekend, and that's really what makes it special. And we have scholarships available from businesses across the state that have donated. So if a child cannot afford to attend, all they have to do is contact us through the website, and we'll make sure we get them plugged in, get them there to camp.
That website, BrandonBurlsworth.org. Marty, appreciate you giving us some of your time early this morning, man.
Absolutely, guys, and thanks so much for having me on.
BrandonBurlsworth.org. Your son listening, if you're a dad listening, grandpa listening, you think your kid would be interested in this, go ahead and do that.